They say that all good things must come to an end, and this, my friends, is the end of Jay Today. Here's why. Hey everybody, it is Jay Baer with the grand finale of the Jay Today program, where I give you a piece of my mind 3 minutes at a time. After 150 or so episodes of the Jay Today show, we are packing it in here. And I'll tell you, I learned a lot doing this show for the last year plus. A few things. Number one, definitely prove that this format works, right? Short video has a real future. When we first started doing this, it was a little crazy, especially to do it as frequently as I've been doing it. And I think we've really proven that this kind of program has real potential online. Not to mention the fact that Jay Today and other shows like it have spawned a lot of different imitators. There's lots of these kind of short form video programs out there now that you'll see on YouTube or Facebook or beyond. So I'm glad to have been in sort of the first wave of content creators making this kind of thing. Certainly created conversation. Lots of people have talked to me about the Jay Today program. As you probably know, I'm involved in a lot of other content initiatives, other podcasts, including Social Pros, our blog, books, ebooks, speaking. But of all the things that I do, the one that people came up to me and talked to me about the most was this show. And I'm proud of that. And I think that's kind of interesting. We also use the Jay Today program to test a lot of our theses at Convince and Convert about content atomization. So as you may know, I've written about it in the past. Each of these Jay Today episodes becomes a LinkedIn post, a Medium post, an iTunes podcast, an iTunes video podcast. We put it on our blog. So each of these episodes becomes 7, 8, 9 different pieces of content. And that's a lesson in process and atomization that we've been able to work on both at Convince and Convert Media and also for our corporate clients at Convince and Convert Consulting. And, perhaps most interestingly, Jay Today was a finalist for a Content Marketing Award this year for Best Video Production. So the question might be, well, that's awesome, Jay. Why would you possibly stop doing this show? Well, a few reasons. One, I feel like the challenge with Jay Today is that it isn't about anything specific. It's about what I'm thinking about today. And while that might be super interesting to me, it doesn't have a defined thesis. And I think going forward, you have to create content around one particular point of view or one particular notion, and Jay Today doesn't have that. In that way, Jay Today is really more about opinion than it is about education. I certainly hope that I've been able to teach people some things on this program, but it really is about what I think, which is why it's Jay Today, and not necessarily about lessons. And I want to try and do some more things online that are more lesson-oriented, more teaching-oriented. The show itself is doing well, but it's definitely sort of leveling off in terms of its popularity. So I think that's an indication that it's time to mix things up. And it got to the point doing the show all the time where it sort of started to feel like something I had to do instead of something that I wanted to do. And I think that's a telltale sign that it's time to do something else. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take some time and meet with my team and my folks and my friends, and we're going to come back with a new show in a couple of months, probably around customer service and customer experience, tying into my forthcoming new book, Hug Your Haters. So this is certainly not the end of me in video, certainly not the end of me in short form video, but it's the end of Jay Today. I'm looking forward to coming up with something new and exciting a little bit later this fall. I want to take a second here before I sign off for good to say thank you to our sponsors, the guys at Sprout Social, sproutsocial.com, which is what I use for my social media every day. They are just tremendous partners. We love working with them. Can't recommend their tool highly enough, sproutsocial.com. And of course, the guys at Candidio up in Indianapolis who have done all of the Jay Today production and post-production, every single episode. They turn them around really quickly, really easy to work with, fantastic partners, and we'll definitely be using them again for whatever the new program becomes in a couple of months. I would love any ideas that you have on a new show or a new format, comments about Jay Today overall. Just leave them wherever you're seeing this video, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. I will see all of them. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching the show this past year plus. It means the world to me that you would spend any of your time and your attention on me and my ramblings, and I do appreciate all of your views and all of your comments and all of your good wishes. It has been my absolute honor to talk to you every once in a while through this format, and I can't wait to do so again a little bit down the road. From Jay Today headquarters, this is Jay Baer. Thanks for watching.